What is up, YouTube? Welcome back. It's been quite a while. So last time we talked was probably about 2 years ago. A lot has happened since then. When we last talked, I was living in the camper between the pull behind and the truck camper full time. I was still full-time active duty, living back and forth between the campers and my office once in a while if I needed to stay there for a little bit. Had a place at my parents' house. If it got super cold out, I could stay in a room there at their house. So I was all over the place. Active duty National Guard, full-time Monday through Friday, plus still had to do drill weekends. A lot has changed since then, so let me get you caught up. All right, so here's the update. Sold the house, was living in the campers. Now I am, as you can see, well, you can't really see because you just see the wall behind me, but I am in an apartment. The reason for that is Chloe came to live with me. Some things changed there. She came up here, to stay with me. She's in her senior year of high school. She's gonna graduate here in a few weeks, and then move forward with whatever her plans are. I believe her plans are to go to college at Pennsylvania College of Technology for nursing. Go from there and see if that's, I could be wrong, but I think that's the last we talked, that's what she said. So moved into an apartment, so her and I had a place because it wasn't really conducive for her and I to live in the truck camper or in the camper, and there wasn't really room to live at my parents' house. So that's what we decided to do. Found an apartment in the same building I used to live in. And this is just upstairs, where when I lived here before, I lived downstairs. Decent building, great landlord, love where I live. I'll give you a tour of that here in a little bit. I've since retired from the military. I went to work for a local car dealership, Blaze Alexander Nissan, out of Muncie, Pennsylvania. I was working for them as a auto parts delivery and at the parts counter. I was given an opportunity to move into a different job working for the Lycoming County Department of Public Safety for the what they call LTS, Lycoming, Tioga, Sullivan Counties EMS. So my job is to go out and license ambulances, paramedic trucks, and quick response trucks for their every 3-year license. And I have other duties as assigned in between there, like doing quality assurance on medical charts and stuff like that. But my main job is to do the licensure on ambulances and stuff like that. So that is currently what I'm doing. When I retired, I also got a job working at the Williamsport Regional Airport as a operations and firefighter. And that job entails mowing grass, plowing snow, fixing, plumbing issues or electrical issues, lights out on the airfield, doing safety checks, stuff like that at the airport. And if need be, become a firefighter. So every year I have to go through annual recertification for the firefighter side. And then I also got a job working for Southern Airways Express, who is a little airline who flies out of Williamsport Regional Airport. So I'm kind of busy. I got all 3 of those jobs. I took on a position on our borough council. I am now a borough council member, so I'm working in the local government here in town. I have worked my way back up through the ranks in the fire department here in Montgomery. I am the assistant chief currently, and Chloe's getting into the fire department a little more. She took her EMT test. She has, took her EMT class. She's getting ready to go take her test here shortly. That'll be her National Register EMT, and she's going to progress up from there. Pretty much the update on what's going on with me. Get you all caught up. Like I said, there's going to be more stuff to come, but let me give you a quick tour of our apartment here. And once we're done with that, I'll say some goodbyes and we'll close this video out. Thanks for sticking around. All right, so we're going to walk into the apartment here, into the front door, and if you turn left here, there is a closet. Not going to open the closet because it's just a tiny closet. It's got a little shelf that I put in there from Lowe's. It's got, you know, top shelf has our medicine, spare medicines, like some extra bottles of Tylenol and ibuprofen and Pepto-Bismol, stuff like that. And then the rest of the shelves are all either towels, washcloths, and the bottom shelf is blankets. Directly in front of the front door is our bathroom. Nothing really major to see here. It's just a small little bathroom, but it works good. Then we come into the rest of the apartment. Got our key hook there to hang our keys up, along with our coat rack. Let me shut the door here. All right. So there's that. There's that hall I was talking about. So you come in and there's Chloe's room. I'm not going to show you Chloe's room. She's in there taking a nap right now. It is Sunday afternoon, and she had prom and was up late last night, so she's getting a nice nap in. But you walk into the apartment here, and there's a living space. Don't mind the tray. That is what you were standing on when I was talking to you earlier. That was my camera holder. And then if we're sitting on the couch where I was sitting, this is what you see. TV directly there. Got the Amazon ECHO. I'm not going to say it out loud, or Alexa, because then she'll start talking to me. Got that on the wall there. Got my little iRobot. That thing in front of me there, you're probably wondering what that is. That's a project I'm currently working on, another video. That's going to be a little camp kitchen. Sink, running water, the whole 9 yards. So that's going to be for tent camping. I'll touch on that at the end of this video because there's a reason for that. Now those are, here we got Sterapen Journey. It's a water safe drinking system for like backpacking and camping. I was gifted those two things. So we're gonna, test them out. I'll probably do a video on those too. Of course, there's the Jackeries. But then you walk in here further and there's my little workstation with the iPad and my MacBook under it. Don't mind the goggles and the squirt gun. They do this thing in high school now called Senior Assassin, where they tag each other with water guns and get each other out. But nice little kitchen. Spin around. Kitchen sink. My air fryer. Stove. My ice maker. Nothing huge, but it does great for what we need. Come back out through here. Oh yeah, I showed you that, but I didn't really talk about that. So that microwave stand and that table and chairs I got for free from my niece who is moving out of her apartment. I really appreciate her and thank her for that. That's, our kitchen table. If I really wanted to, I could flop these sides down and save space, which I did with this side at Christmas time. This dropped down, put that chair in my room for temporary holding, and right there's where the Christmas tree went. So there's that. That is just another closet, coat hanger closet, and that is where the circuit breaker box is. Nothing major in there. I have this really cool skylight. This is the best part about this apartment, is all the light that we get in here. When I lived down in the bottom apartment, we didn't have a kitchen window. We didn't have a skylight. All I had was a bedroom window in each bedroom. So, yes, I have shoes, lots of shoes. They're configured that way, and I intentionally don't put them in a closet because when I run my iRobot, it likes to get stuck under this, and it'll go back there and get stuck. And when we get in the bedroom here, I'll also show you another place it gets stuck. So see those foam pieces? I stick those under the refrigerator right there because he likes to get stuck just under the edge of the refrigerator. And the longer one goes under the front corner and along the edge of that chair there, so he doesn't get stuck under the chair because he's just low enough that he can get under the front edge, and as that chair slopes back, he gets stuck under there. So don't mind the stuff on the bed there. I'm getting stuff ready for work, and we got new outfits. We got a new vest and new logoed shirts for the company I work for the airline, Southern Airways Express. But I got my bookshelf over here. Bookshelf sits into a recessed little spot there. That used to be a door back when this building was first built many years ago. There was a emergency exit stairway out back, fire escape. But now it's just a solid door. So what I did was I found this bookshelf on Facebook Marketplace, and it fits almost perfect in there the way I want it. So it's my hat rack, it's my camera holder, and my bookshelf all in one spot. Have that portable AC in here because there was an issue with the AC last summer, and that's the one out of the camper that I had in the truck camper I got while I was at annual training a couple years ago for my barracks. Well, I put it in the truck camper. Well, I brought it in here and used it as a temporary backup when the AC went down into the apartment here. There's my closet, my dresser, TV on that. Yes, I got some flashlights up there. And then here is the view out my bedroom window. So that building there, you see, that is called the Dranktury or something like that. It's a new bar slash brewery. They make their own beer and stuff. Right here you have my desk for anything I want to do in here. I do like little projects. Like that scanner doesn't work, so I'm going to tear that scanner apart and see if I can make it work. It works, but there's no sound, so I don't know if just the soundboard went bad or if the speakers went bad, so I got to tear it apart and figure that out. But yeah, so there's my bedroom, and we walk back out into here. So one thing was kind of important to me was security when I wasn't here. So I put a Ring doorbell camera behind me, I'll show you, and that's made by Blink, and then that is a Blink camera as well. I can remotely control where that's looking from my phone. And then, I'm not going to show you where, but over there is the Ring doorbell camera hidden. So you come into my apartment and I'm not here, I have it set, I know you were in here. So that's kind of my safety security in the apartment. Obviously we got a deadbolt and the whole 9 yards, so it's nothing I have to worry about, but it's something I think about when I'm not here, you know, somebody breaking in. But yeah, so that's where we live. Told you we'd have a conversation a little bit later about some things. Chloe and I are going to start tent camping a little more this summer. Currently it is May, and after she graduates and gets through some things she has to do at the end of school and the beginning of summer, me, her, and when Dustin comes up from Texas, we're going to start doing some tent camping. I've already got 2 camps scheduled in my head and planned out. Haven't reserved them yet. The one park is a state park in, well, it's Ravensburg State Park, and they're not super busy. It's a first come, first serve tent camp, dry camping. There's no electric, no water, but there is a bathhouse, stuff like that. And the other one is going to be Pine Creek, and that's up above Jersey Shore. I'd like to go to Bald Eagle this summer. I was invited to go up to Benzett, Elk County, with a friend of mine. And then in the fall, we have our family trip scheduled for Benzett up to Parker Dam State Park. So there's some that we have already planned out, and that's what that camp kitchen there, that's what that is. That's going to be used for the tent camping trips that we do. Put all the cooking supplies in there, put my little camp stove in there, take a little, I have a little 2.5 gallon Army water can, and everything I need to do cooking and stuff will be right there inside that, with the water can beside it to feed that the battery powered spigot you see back there on the corner right here. That is a battery powered water spigot, and I'll feature that more when I get into the video for the sink or for the camp kitchen. And then yeah. So that's what we got going on. That's what's been happening. And hopefully in the near future I get some more videos up and can start getting rolling on this YouTube thing again, because dropped the ball, let you guys down. I apologize, but we're going to try to do better. I promise we are. And you'll probably see Chloe in some too. So as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next video.